welcome to physics class, and today we will discuss about the remaining part of inertia. So again, just giving a quick recapitulation to inertia. Inertia is inability of any object. Okay, so inertia is inability of any object, inability of any object to change its state of rest. Okay, state of rest or motion or direction. Okay, so basically we have three types of inertia: inertia of rest, inertia of motion, and inertia of direction. Okay, so inertia of rest we have already discussed. Today we will discuss about inertia of motion and inertia of direction. Okay, so for if we talk about inertia of motion, it means that any object cannot change its state of motion by itself. Okay, so here we can say inertia of motion means, okay children, so we were talking about inertia of motion. So it is inability to change the state of motion. Okay, so we can, any object that is in motion that cannot change its state by itself. Okay, so here are few of the application where we see inertia in our routine life. So here we fall in the forward direction. Okay, when a car stops suddenly, if a car stops suddenly, you might have observed, if a driver applies brakes suddenly, we fall in the forward direction. This is because our body remains in motion while the car stops, and our body moves in the forward direction and we fall in the forward direction. Okay, similarly when we jump out of a moving bus, okay, suppose if a bus is moving and we are jumping from it, we fall in the forward direction. This is again because when we were in bus, our body was already in motion, but as we jump down on the ground, our foot immediately come to rest, but our upper body remains in motion and we fall in the forward direction. Okay, so this is inertia of motion. Basically means that object is incapable to change its state of motion by itself. Okay, so this is the meaning of inertia of motion. So dear children, the third one is inertia of direction. It means that incapability to change the direction. That is, the object is incapable to change its direction by itself. And here are some of the examples. Like first one is mud falls tangentially from the tires. Okay, you might have observed that when there is raining, so what happens? The mud, when the tire moves, the mud goes in a tangential direction. Okay, suppose this is your tire and it is moving in this direction. Okay, so the mud, it goes in tangential direction like this. Okay, or this. Okay, so why it happens? It is because of inertia of direction. Okay, it is not so that your mud sticks to the tire and it rolls down. Okay, so what happens? Your mud goes in tangential direction. So why it goes tangentially? Because the point from where it detaches from the tire, it goes, because at this point your direction of motion was this, so it goes in this way. Okay, so this is the example where we can see inertia of direction. Then one more is we fall outwards if the car takes sudden turn. Okay, so this you might have observed that if you are sitting any vehicle and if that vehicle takes a turn, we always fall outwards. Okay, so this is because of inertia of direction. Our body remains in the same direction while the car or the automobile moves or turns, changes its direction, and we remain in the same direction, so we fall in that particular direction. Okay, so this was inertia of direction. Now one more thing is there which is important, that mass is the measure of inertia. Mass is measure of inertia. Mass is measure of inertia. Okay, so what is the meaning of this term? Okay, or what is the meaning of this sentence? The meaning of this sentence is that more is the mass, more will be the inertia. More and lesser is the mass, lesser will be inertia. For example, a train will have more inertia as compared to bicycle. Okay, it means that it would be much difficult to move a train just by pushing it as compared to move a bicycle by pushing it. Okay, similarly, a 5 rupee coin has more inertia as compared to 1 rupee coin. You might have observed that that seems heavier, it has more mass. So object with more mass will have higher inertia. Okay, and object with lower mass will have lower inertia. Okay, so mass is the measure of inertia, means your inertia of any object depends on the mass. Okay, it is quite easy to move a car as compared to move a loaded truck. Now again, it just by pushing both of these, okay, you require more force to move the truck, loaded truck, because its mass will be more, so it has more inertia, it will remain at rest. Okay, as compared to that of car, because car has less inertia. Okay, so dear children, I hope that you have understood. Now revise it, whatever we have discussed in this video. Thank you.